Hey everyone, Shebim here and welcome back to our next episode of the WWE 2K19 Universe Mode. We are back with Ring of Honor here, live from Fort Worth, Texas. Interesting matches tonight. And here we go, then, opening match of the evening. Two men making their first appearance here in our Universe Mode for Ring of Honor. We have got Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, and of course we've got Nick Aldis, who made his first appearance in this Universe Mode yesterday, actually, for Impact Wrestling. It's crazy. I wrote all these cards completely separately, and of course they're all intermingled in because they're on different points of each month, moving towards different pay-per-views. Yet, for somehow, the first time we see these guys, we see them 2 nights in a row, which is crazy, really. Yeah, nothing really for this match. It's just a chance for both these guys to show what they can do, what they could possibly add to this Ring of Honor roster. They're not necessarily going to be permanent members. It's just a way to sort of show what they can do. It's a chance for the Ring of Honor management to get a viewing of them and see if any of them could be a good fit into the roster somewhere. So it's all a bit of interesting scouting, I suppose, if you look at it that way. 3 big matches for you tonight. Then, of course, we've got this one starting things off. We've got a main event of El Generico versus Johnny Gargano. And in our second match, we are going to have a fatal 4-way tag team elimination match. Yes, one of those again. We're going to have Villain Enterprises, SCU, the American Wolves, and Kingdom all fighting off for a chance to face off against Red Dragon at our next pay-per-view for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. So some interesting stuff happening today. We've got a big week coming up for you. Of course, it is the second AEW pay-per-view this weekend, Double or Nothing. It's going to be a great show, that one, so keep an eye out for that. That will be up on Saturday, hopefully. However, as I've said previously a few times, my internet upload speed is awful. It's really, really bad. Honestly, it's terrible at the moment. I'll give you a brief history of the story. I think I've told it a few times now, but I moved into a new build housing estate last year, and it's absolutely great. I love it. I love every single moment of it. It's much better. I had a tiny little flat before, now I've got a 2-bedroom house on my own, which is fantastic. However, the internet in this place is absolutely dire. It's so bad. I mean, just watching Netflix is like, you've got to watch it in a lower grade because you can't load it in HD quality. It's so annoying. We've been promised fibre optic broadband, which obviously would fix my problems and maybe allow me to start doing some streaming here and there, which would be nice to do. However, it has not yet been done. So, at the moment, I mean, this video will take me, I don't know, probably 30 or 40 minutes to record. Take me an hour or so to edit and load. But it'll take me about 12 hours to upload this one video. It's crazy how long it takes. It really is. So, hopefully, when that's fixed, it'll be a lot easier for me doing this. It's not normally a problem, but when I go away, I'm going away this weekend, so when I go for the weekend, it's so difficult to get everything recorded, edited, and uploaded before I go away and all scheduled to go live. So this weekend might be a little bit slapdash. I'm back on Sunday morning, so worst case scenario, all the videos will be uploaded Sunday. Worst case scenario, but we'll find out. Nick Aldis there taking Pete Dunne down. Well, there's a brief explanation about my life. I'm sure no one's really interested, but, you know, I thought I'd share. You know, as you do. Anyway, back to the action. Aldis there, big knee in the face of Pete Dunne. And like I said, it's a great chance for both these guys to prove themselves. At the moment, Pete Dunne is not permanently attached to any roster, apart from Progress, but that's only a bi-weekly show. So he's not actually attached to anything permanently. So a win here would definitely help him out in trying to get himself a contract, where he can offer some. I think Ring of Honor is a good place for Pete Dunne. I think he matches this sort of roster. Of course, Nick Aldis has been working some Ring of Honor recently in real life as part of their sort of link-up with NWA. So that's pretty cool. Of course, James Storm's been working some Ring of Honor here and there recently as well, hasn't he? Maybe that's something we can have a look at. Maybe a bit of James Storm working some singles action over here in Ring of Honor. Pete Dunne now catching Nick Aldis. Takes him up into the bitter end, dropping him face first. There's the pin. The ref slow down, but 1, 2, and 3. And Pete Dunne picks up a big victory here against Nick Aldis. And maybe that's a good shout for Pete Dunne to maybe get a more permanent place on this roster. However, again, nothing's guaranteed. He might have to work his way in. I'm sure that should be interesting. We've got quite a few of these actually moving forward over the next month or so. Leading up to the next pay-per-view, we've got quite a few new people. We're just going to test out Ring of Honor, see how they get on. And yeah, I think this will be pretty fun to do. New tag teams, couple of new singles names. Obviously just beefing up the roster we already have. And with such a diverse universe we have at the moment because of the demise of WWE. Of course, if you're new to this, you won't know about that. But that's the idea behind this universe mode is WWE has folded. And all the wrestlers are now free agents, which is why we've got a very diverse roster on all of our shows, really. So a great win here for Pete Dunne. That's definitely going to boost his momentum and give him an opportunity to maybe pick up a contract in one of these major rosters and become more of a permanent member of our universe. I definitely think the Ring of Honor is a good shout for this guy, though. Here we go then, tag team #1 contendership elimination match. The winner of this match will go on to face off against Red Dragon at our next pay-per-view for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. Of course, as you've seen, we have got Villain Enterprise, we've got SCU, we've got the American Wolves, and we have got Kingdom. So pretty interesting this one. Of course, currently, is it I think it's CZW this weekend, isn't it? So currently we have got Villain Enterprise as the Combat Zone Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Now, the reason behind this match is I tried to utilize 4 teams that weren't involved in last month's tag team. So giving just some fresh opportunities out. Because we've got quite a lot of good tag teams here in Ring of Honor. That's why we haven't seen people like the Briscoes and so forth. Now, I'm still debating. The problem is the Young Bucks fit on every roster. I mean, I could see the Young Bucks working for any show. But that's what it is in real life, I suppose, isn't it? They're just such a very talented tag team that just do get work everywhere. So I think we will utilise them here and there and everywhere. Now, they could be part of Ring of Honor, but we do have a very strong tag team division here in Ring of Honor anyway. Of course, on top of this, you've got Red Dragon, you've got the Briscoes, you've got War Machine. Just to name a few tag teams, really. Kings of Wrestling. Of course, with the introduction of Matt Riddle last week, we could possibly see the Chosen Bros, because we saw We saw Jeff Cobb debut last week as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of different options we could go for in this universe mode moving forward. Which I'm really enjoying. Hoping you guys are as well. It may be a little bit more work than I anticipated it was going to be, but we're getting through it all. I used to have loads of free weekends, and now I just don't seem to have many free weekends at the moment. Once I get 1 or 2 free weekends, I'll get ahead of myself and it won't be a problem. But at the moment, I'm just constantly playing catch-up with these videos. But I'm enjoying it, and it's definitely raking in the views. Everything's up significantly this month with the channel, so I'm very, very happy with how things are going. And as I've always said, if you guys are still happy watching, I'm still happy making. Nice takedown there by Kazarian. Of course, don't forget, I'm not a horrible person. If you have any, I mean, I love all your compliments. It's great for me. It's a great confidence booster. Don't get me wrong. But if there is anything you want to see or anything that you're not happy with me doing, then let me know, and we'll have a look and see what we can integrate into this universe mode. I'm always open to ideas. We're not Vince McMahon over here. We're not just giving you what we want you to have. I want to make sure that what we have is fun and enjoyed by all. And PJ Toby does help a lot. He does give some hints and tips with stuff that we should do, especially in the retro roster, which we saw debut on Monday. So that the retro roster is mainly PJ Toby's work, to be honest. But yeah, if there's anything you do want to see that we're not giving you, then do let me know. And there's the first elimination. It's Brody King, one half of Villain Enterprises is out. Okay, one half of the Combat Zone Wrestling Tag Team Champions have been eliminated, and Christopher Daniels could be thinking about it being a possible shout for him to get involved in the Combat Zone Wrestling Tag Team Championship picture now then, maybe. Nice crossroads there by Mike Bennett on Kazarian, but he was too close to the ropes and it gets broken. PCO fight with Davey Richards. Now, Richards is someone I want to utilize better as well. I mean, I'm a big fan of Davey Richards. I want to see more of him. Nice takedown there by Christopher Daniels. Not enough, though. Yeah, Richards is a great... we got him as a tag team here, and I'm a bit disappointed the fact that we didn't get a great tag team attire. However, I prioritise the good-looking faces over anything else, which is why we've gone with these ones. But yeah, I like the... I'm a big fan of Davey Richards as a single star, and I want to see him more as that. And I think here in Ring of Honor, he's definitely got a great shout as well as Impact Wrestling as well, and possibly over on PWG. As Davey Richards stalking PCO, and don't know what he was going for there, but completely missed it. And PCO catches him now with that jab, and then clotheslines him into the corner. We are missing someone. Someone's on the outside, aren't they? We've got 6 in the ring at this point in time. Of course, only 1 elimination so far, well, that I've seen anyway. It's highly possible I could have missed someone. No, Daniels is out on the outside. Nice Taven taking down Kazarian. Isn't Taven the current Ring of Honor champion as well? That's someone I've not really thought too much about, to be honest, Taven. I've got him part here because it looked like a good call, so I downloaded him. I thought we'd have him as part of Kingdom alongside Mike Bennett. However, thinking about it, he could get a bit of a run higher up the card. As there's a pin by Eddie Edwards on Christopher Daniels, only enough for a 2. I think the last time that I was watching Ring of Honor, I mean, I struggle to keep up with everything at the moment, especially with all the recording as well. But the last time I was watching Ring of Honor, I think, well, this is how long it was. Hansen was looking like he was going to go for the... oh, there's been a bit of a glitch over here, isn't there? Is there going to be a problem? Is this a problem, or is somebody going to break it for us? Oh, we've got a bad moment here. We've got a pin. Somebody's grabbed the mid-animation. It's all gone a bit haywire. I'm not quite sure what's going to stop this now. Let's see what happens if there's another pinfall. Maybe that will fix the problem. But everything just seems frozen in place at this point in time. I wish there was a button you can press that just cancelled everyone's current animation. Because that seems to be the problem. I think we've got a proper glitch here, you know. I think we have. Let's see what happens if we get another pinfall. Because sometimes when there's 2 pinfalls going on at once, it kills the first one off. There's a submission now locked in. No. We've got problems. We have got problems. I think we're going to have to go for a restart here by the looks of it. Let's just wait for a pinfall. Hopefully that might fix something. Causing havoc here, although it's working well for Kingdom because both of their guys are caught up in this. Right, there's the kill switch by Kazarian on Eddie Edwards. He's now going to go for it. He's not. Why are you not going for a pin? Go for a pin, you big ball bag. I mean, I'm more than convinced this is going to have to be... Oh my god, we've got Dave Richards gyrating on the outside now. I think this is definitely going to have to... No, whoa, hang on, whoa, hello. Okay, the referee's back up. There's a real ragdoll situation going on here in the middle of the ring, though. Yeah, this is this is interesting. This is proper Botchamania stuff. Taven's trying to get PCO, but he just sort of... Yeah, I think those two are... come on, can someone get him? Oh. Yep, there's still some really craziness going on over here. PCO seems to be involved in other stuff now, but... This is the most bizarre... Oh! They're broken free! They've done it! Oh, they've done it! That is the most bizarre... You know what? I'd normally just redo this, but I've got to show you that, because that was just the most bizarre sort of crap that I think I've seen in a long time on this game. I mean, you often get some glitches now. I normally cut them out, but they're just... Some of them are just so entertaining, and there's elimination. There we go. PCO's out. Christopher Daniels has single-handedly eliminated both members of Villain Enterprise. I can't believe we've got back in this one. As there's a knee bar knocked in there. Locked in by Eddie Edwards on Christopher Daniels. Botchamania. Glitchamania. I've often been tempted to do like a Glitchamania video, but I just haven't got the editing ability or the skills or the patience to do so, I don't think. If you don't know what Botchamania is, I definitely suggest you search it on YouTube. It is very, very fun. I'm sure everyone knows what Botchamania is these days, but it's very, very fun. It's essentially just a video of all the week's botches in the world of wrestling. It's always entertaining to watch. So we got both members of SCU, both members of Kingdom, and both members of the American Wolves are left. However, how long they'll be left for is a different story, as there's an Angel's Wings there by Christopher Daniels on Davey Richards. Eddie Edwards is down, and Davey Richards is eliminated. A single leg kick there by Taven on Christopher Daniels. Kazarian looking for a cutter, but Bennett fighting away, or Kanellis, or whatever you want to call him these days. Nice running crossbody there by Kazarian on Bennett. Daniels tried to block off Taven, but not quite enough. Kazarian now electric chair drop on Matt Taven. So that's an interesting one, that, with both members of Villain Enterprises being eliminated by SCU. I mean, like I said, I think we've got Combat Zone Wrestling this weekend, and I feel like maybe that should be a shout, you know. Maybe SCU should be given an opportunity at those Combat Zone Wrestling Tag Team Championships. And I never had them down as a CZW tag team, to be honest with you, but you can't ignore that, can you, really? Daniels fighting Bennett back with the elbows. Bennett now catching Daniels with the right hand, and Eddie Edwards has got to be careful now as well, because his teammate has been eliminated. He's on his own now, and he's locking in the knee bar here, and Daniels flattens the referee. Kazarian taps, but the referee was not able to see it. Wow. Christopher Daniels playing a blinder here tonight, isn't he, really? Very smart by Daniels there to take out the referee, stopping him from seeing Kazarian tap. And now Kazarian is all of a sudden able to continue fighting. There's the kill switch by Kazarian on Bennett. However, the referee's still down. Bennett now rolling Kazarian through. You'd think, though, if SCU were to win this match now, there would definitely be some questions to be answered, wouldn't there? Definitely be some questions to be answered. Of course, Kingdom and American Wolves will not be happy the fact that they should have had one of the members of SCU eliminated, especially Kingdom, because they're in such a strong position at the moment. However, Kazarian is eliminated by Matt Taven, and we are now down to Eddie Edwards, Christopher Daniels, and both members of Kingdom. Very interesting here. The numbers game is firmly in favor of Kingdom. And the interesting one here will be to see whether Eddie Edwards and Christopher Daniels consider working together. I mean, they should do, really, work together to eliminate at least one of the members of Kingdom. It doesn't look like they're going to be honest with you. But I'll be very, very surprised if Kingdom do not walk out of this now victorious. However, Christopher Daniels might have got the booby prize. Like I said, by eliminating both members of Villain Enterprises, I feel like Christopher Daniels should be in with a shout of those tag team championships. Big super kick there by Mike Kanellis on Christopher Daniels. A boot in the side of the head there by Taven on Eddie Edwards. And there's the pin. And Christopher Daniels is eliminated. Taven now rolling Eddie Edwards up into the single leg Boston Crab, but he got close to the ropes and it was broken. But surely now 2-on-1 situation. There's no way Eddie Edwards is fighting back in this one, surely. As Kanellis now taking Edwards up on his shoulders, dropping him down with a Michinoku driver. Matt Taven thinks the match is over, and it is. Wow. What a dominant victory here for Kingdom. The numbers game played to their strength at the very, very end. But like I said, with the results of what happened tonight, I'd be very tempted to maybe give SCU an opportunity this weekend at those Combat Zone Wrestling Tag Team Championships. I mean, Daniel's eliminating both members of Villain Enterprise. I can't remember who I had scheduled down for that match this weekend, but I think it's a good shout. But there we go. We have got Kingdom, Matt Taven and Mike Kanellis then going to our next pay-per-view to face off against Red Dragon for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. Good times. Very good times. Nice to see a nice fresh tag team in this universe mode as well. And here we go, the main event of the evening time. It looks like someone made a little bit of an oopsie here because I'm pretty sure, I'm 90% sure that Gargano lost the PWG Tag Team Championships last weekend. And for some reason, he's still showing is wearing it. So that's a little bit weird. So I'll have to get that changed if that is the case. I'll check it straight after this show. An interesting match, this one. Gargano versus Generico. Two guys who will be hoping to get themselves in the championship picture. Of course, Gargano fought for the #1 contendership last video. Of course, was won by Seth Rollins, who will go on to face off against Samoa Joe. But Gargano wants to push himself still into the championship picture. Maybe TV title, I don't know. But a big win here against someone like Generico would definitely help him out. And Generico, he needs to get himself back in some championship pictures. We're not seeing much of him doing well as yet. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with this. Important match for both guys. Both desperate for a victory. So it'll be interesting to see which one of the two comes out on top. Gargano now snap suplex on Generico before rolling through and snapping back on the arm. Harnessing the spirit of Pentagon Jr. Look at this, I've done well so far. No, I haven't, actually, have I? I was going to say I've done well. I've managed to get through an entire week without using Pentagon, but that's a lie, isn't it? Or Phoenix. I'm trying to wean myself off because I use them too often. I'm trying to use more people. More luchadors, more generic luchadors. Generico in control of this match at this point in time. There is the pin on Gargano. Not quite enough. I'll say not quite enough. It was nowhere near it. It was only a 1 count. Generico stamping on the back of Gargano's head before dropping a knee right in the face. Now into the pin. 1. Generico can't believe it. He thought he could have that match won there, but to be honest, in my opinion, that was pretty early to try and consider that. Maybe it's more of a tester to try and see how much damage he's done on Gargano, just to sort of test the waters and see how much he thinks he needs to do. But it's given Gargano an opportunity to take that little breather and to get himself back in control of this match. Gargano sends Generico into the corner. Now brings him out. We've seen this before. Looking for the lawn dart. Hits it hard. Generico's face smashing that middle turnbuckle pad. But Generico fighting back. I don't know, I need to check this core actually for Generico because I'm not sure whoever made it, whether they've put the correct finishing maneuver on here for him. It seems like they've just given him Sami Zayn's a moveset, which is fine. However, I want to see some more classic Generico moves, such as the Brainbuster onto the top turnbuckle, because that is an absolute crazy finisher maneuver. Nice boot in the nuts there by Gargano. Went for the spinning kick, but Generico fighting back, and both guys now colliding on the outside. Generico gets caught with a knee in the gut by Gargano, but then slides at the back of the attempted scoop slam into the flatliner on Gargano. Referee up to, is that a 6 count or something there? Generico throwing Gargano back into the ring and follows him back in as well. Dropping a boot into the spine. There is the pin. 1. Only a 1 count. Oh, nice. Belly to belly throw there by Gargano, sending Generico across the ring. Big strikes right in the face. Rolling him through in a boot in the side of the head there by Gargano. Of course, I think he was looking to follow with a lawn dart, but Generico saw it coming, broke free, but then Gargano catches Generico with the Ace Crusher. 1, Only a 1 count. Wow. I'm surprised it was such a small count, to be honest. Generico sending a message there to Gargano saying you have to do a hell of a lot more than that to keep me down. Generico, strong right hand right across the face of Johnny Gargano. Now bringing Gargano back up to his feet. Generico sends him back into the ring. And now up and around into the Blue Thunder Bomb. But instead of going for the pin, he tries to continue the assault and Gargano catches him unaware. Gargano with a stiff right hand. Generico drops. Gargano now sending Generico into the corner once again. But Generico fighting free with the STO. Now stalking the grounded. Yeah, so look, he is going for the Koji clutch rather than going for the brainbuster onto the top turnbuckle pad. Okay, I'll change that then. Nice, Gargano dropping Generico face first straight into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, I need a 2 count. I've lost my highlighter now. Why is my life so complicated? Oh, it's under my arm. Okay, I found it. Gargano escape locked in. Will Generico tap? Will he live to fight another day, or will he continue fighting through the pain? He's fighting through the pain at this point in time. Wow. Generico survives it. Not only that, fighting back with the arm breaker on Johnny Gargano. Is he going to go for it now? Oh, he might. No. T-bone into the corner by El Generico on Johnny Gargano. Now rolling Gargano through into the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. El Generico picks up the victory. That's a massive win for him. And unfortunately for Johnny Gargano, it's 2 losses in 2 weeks for him here in this universe mode. Generico's hand held up high. Gargano now back up on his feet. Going to show some mutual respect here to El Generico. And there is the handshake between these two men. Great respect shown by the pair of them. The code of honor being followed here. Right, guys, that's the end of tonight's show. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do hit a like and, of course, subscribe if you would like to see some more, which you'd be crazy not to. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow for our next episode of New Japan. We've got Lucha Underground on Friday, potentially another episode of Retro Raw. We've got Double or Nothing at the weekend with Combat Zone Wrestling, and hopefully a Shimmer and a Progress show as well, depending on how much time I get to record, but that's the plan. But yeah, we've got tons and tons and tons, and you're not going to want to miss it. I don't know why I've got double thumbs up for you, can't see me. Anyway, I'm off. Good night. Bye.